right. Well, go on, everybody. Lennox here from Simple 123 Trader. It is Monday, the 2nd day of June. We are live at the New York stock market morning session, pre-market. Glad you can join us and hope everybody is doing well. All right. So on a Monday morning, I don't believe there's any news, so let me just check real quick here. On Monday the 2nd. Actually, there is some red news this morning. ISM manufacturing PMI is coming up at 10, and Mr. Powell speaking today at 1 o'clock. Wow. Okay. So we have a couple of red news items coming up today. So 10 a.m. manufacturing PMI. So we'll see how those play out today. So keep that in mind, Peter, for 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
There might be some ups and downs at that time. All right.
Yeah.
A quick look at the US dollar versus the Euro US dollar. We have the Euro US dollar at the bottom, and we're both of them are sideways right now. So the US dollar is sideways to down, and the Euro is sideways to up. So in an upward mode for the Euro US dollar and a downward mode for the US dollar. All right. Okay, I'm taking a look at the NAS. I'm going to go to the daily. Let's see what our daily candles are doing here. We have a big inside bar forming right now on the daily NASDAQ.
That's usually continuation, isn't it?
We were in a very strong upward mode, so hopefully that is the case. It could go either way, really, on an inside bar. So it all depends on how it closes. So we've opened and we've dropped already, and we're pushing back to the upside right now. So that's a good sign that we should continue to the upside. So here we are on the 4-hour, and we've been in a downward spiral, but we've taken out the previous lows. Let me just shrink this up a little bit. So we've taken out previous lows. Looks pretty good for a large 1, 2, 3 bottom that we would kind of expect to go up and take out the highs here. So looking at our structure, they did come quite a ways into our structure area here, but that's allowed, and we could still continue going up. So 4-hour is also an inside bar. Well, not quite. Nope, not anymore. But we have we are moving to the upside. 4-hour opened and fell a little bit. We're falling right now on the 4-hour. On the hourly. So again, if that's our 1, 2, 3 bottom, then we're looking good to at least short term take out these highs. But we're not out of the woods because we could certainly come back down first. Remember on Friday you were asking me about Tesla, that 1, 2, 3 top, and it turned out that was in a 1, 2, 3 top that took us quite a ways down. So I wasn't expecting them to go.
Yeah, we had a beautiful wave 4 on the 1-minute chart, where price was in a beautiful channel, wave 4 channel, and then just at that market close, it dropped like a rock into wave 5.
Yes.
That
Yeah,
was I didn't catch that because it was like 3 minutes before close.
yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I could see the fourth wave on that, and I was thinking, boy, I wonder if you were seeing that because
Oh yeah,
that would
I had that trend lines documenting that wave four, and I thought, boy, this thing's going to drop.
drop. You know,
And if I'd been smart, I would have put a sell stop in there, and caught it. But it was so close to close, I just decided not to fool around with it. But it
yeah,
was a lot of money. I could have made about $3,000 in there.
yeah. So on the 30 again. For those on YouTube, welcome. We're glad you could join us. We are the 123 traders. We're looking for 123 tops and bottoms. A 123 is a low point. That's our number one. A high point. That's our number two. And a low point again. That's our number three. And these can be fractals. And a fractal would be a low with two higher lows, or a high with two lower highs beside them. So those are fractals. Here's another low with two higher lows. So that's a fractal. Doesn't have to be a fractal because two candles can make a 1, 2, 3. For instance, this low and this high are in essence 1, 2, 3 as well. So there's our 1, 2, 3 there, and then we have a larger 1, 2, 3 here. So it can be made up of many candles or just two candles. And here's another 1, 2, 3. At this point, we have our 1, we have our 2, we have our 3, and then another one again. We have our 1, we have our 2, we have our 3. So those that's what we're looking for, the 1, 2, 3s. And then we're looking for a retrace between points 1 and points 2 back down to our number 3 point in around 50% to 62% Fibonacci retrace area. So that's what we're looking for, and then we take that move to the upside. So right now on this little small 1, 2, 3, we're getting that move out and up, and we would look for to take targets either at a previous high or at a Fibonacci 1.618 area, and that's our model. We call it the slingshot model, and that's essentially what we're looking for. So it's a slingshot because we're pulling the slingshot string back, and then we release the number 3 point, and we get that. All right, so that's our little model, and we stick to it. We're sticking to it. I've been trading that 1, 2, 3 setup for decades now, since the 90s. Worked wonders. All right, we were about 6 minutes away from before the start of the morning here. All right, so that's a 30-minute time frame. So I'm going to go to the 15-minute time frame. So I'm just kind of walking down the time frames to see what's going on here, what to expect at the open. So there's the 1, 2, 3 again. Very easy to spot. We've had a sweep here, and we pull back into around 50 to 62% retrace, and then we get another 1, 2, 3 at this point. Yet another 1, 2, 3 at this point. Yet another 1, 2, 3 forming now. So we would like to see price continue going here. However, since we're close to the open, it is possible for them to come down and sweep out buyers here. So there are liquidity sitting here. There's even liquidity down here. So it is possible for them to streak down, take out at least this guy, the first one, possibly the second one. And then we could get a move. Would expect something like that. But again, no guarantee that we're going to go straight up. If they continue going down, taking out even this one, then it is possible for them to continue down and take out the low. So our 1, 2, 3 is nullified when point number 1 is broken. So if price comes down and takes out the point number 1, then number 3 is not cannot break number 1 point. All right, so that's on the 15th. So on the 5-minute, let's see how we look. So we're in a strong upward mode right now, so looking pretty good. On the 5-minute, here we go again. Another 1, 2, 3 here. Get another, whoops, that's not a very good 3. Not a very good 1 either, but there are 1, 2, and 3, and then a larger 1, 2, and 3. And a smaller 1, 2, and 3 again. And we're pushing out. So we're looking like they want to go up and take out the high, but we have equal lows here. So there's liquidity here. So they could drop it back one more time, take that guy out, and they could take this guy out. So not out of the woods at this point as yet. And if I drop down to the 1 minute and look at it now, let's see. So we're kind of sideways right now. We're in a little bit of a sideways funk. So very choppy. Do have 1, 2, 3 here. It's been broken a little bit. They swept this low here. So here's our 3. We're still intact. So what can we expect here? 8 o'clock is here. This is our lowest point since 8 o'clock. Just going to mark that off. So I have 3 minutes to go, and this is our highest point since 8 o'clock. So we think Tesla is going to open up here this morning, Peter? Going to open high or?
Well, we had a 1, 2, 3. We had a wave 4 break on Friday. I suspect personally that we should be at some point looking for a bottom, the 1, 2, 3 bottom, because it looks like it tried to put in wave 5 on Friday, not quite. So there could be some further downside pressure, but eventually this morning I'm looking to go up. If I'm reading this chart correctly, it was a beautiful 1, 2, 3 down, to 3 up to 4 down to 5. So that structure is pretty much in place. At the close on Friday, it looked like it was doing wave 4 type action right into the close, but like I say, I'm looking at some point this morning to go long once it puts in a 1, 2, 3 bottom.
All right, we got it less than 15 seconds before we start here, so let's see how it opens here. Yeah, we dropped quite dramatically there at the end of trading on Friday, so we could see another drop here. Yeah, and it did. And the NAS went straight up. So they didn't pull back on the NAS at all. They just went straight up. So it was a tempting buy for me, but I just wanted to see what it would do at first, if they would drop it down quickly first or go straight, and they went straight up. So, and Tesla went straight down. So quite interesting.
So it's completed wave 5 on the Tesla.
Yeah, so they on Friday, they did not take out the low. And so this morning here, I would expect that they would have dropped it down to take out that low, and they did. They did just that. All right, so then we're looking for a 1, 2, 3 bottom to turn it around and go back up now.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so the NAS, I was on the NAS again. I was looking for a little bit of a drop here first before they went up, but no drop at all. So straight up move here. Interesting.
At some point, if you could have a look at Bitcoin, I'm sure you're going to do that.
Yep, I could do that. Bear with me 1 second.
I think we're, if I'm reading this correctly, it looks like we're continuing down. I think we're in wave 4 type action. On the 4-hour chart, I thought we had a 1, 2, 3 bottom, but then I saw a 1, 2, 3 top. So we're really in wave 4 type action going down. But I think overall, once wave 4 completes and we go into wave 5, then we're going to go back up. I think that the trend, I think right now, 1, 2, 3 up to 3 to 4, we're in a wave 4 type action, but within wave 4, it looks like we're having a 1, 2, 3 down to 3 up to 4 down to 5 before it goes up.
Yeah, I'm just on the daily here. Let me just go to the weekly. So on the weekly, yeah, we're in a very strong overall move here. Of course, to the upside. Let's get rid of all this stuff that I've got on here. And we have taken out the highs, previous highs here. We do have a 1, 2, 3 in here. We've moved up, so we're in at a fourth wave area. So a little pullback, and then I would be looking for a continuation, certainly. So just going to mark this up a little bit here. So I've got a gap right here on the weekly. So this is in play. Right, so that gap on the weekly down to the daily. Okay, so yeah, it is possible for us to drop down into this weekly gap, take out all these buyers here before we get a turnaround to the upside. So we do have a 1, 2, 3 top. We're dropping. This could be a fourth wave for a while before we drop. That's kind of, I think that's what you were referring to.
On the
this is off the daily.
Yeah, no, I was looking at the 4-hour chart.
Okay, so the daily has a large 1, 2, 3 top. We've dropped, so we would expect another drop and to take out these lows on the daily.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
That would be my expectation there. 4-hour time frame.
Yeah, I think we're in wave 4 on the 4-hour.
Yeah.
I'm expecting a drop. But I think once that drop takes place, if you scrunch your chart up, you'll see that we're really in a wave, overall wave 4. So I think we're getting ready to go up once wave 5 completes.
Yeah, it's pretty choppy on the 4-hour, that's for sure. So, yeah, we could be, whoops, these guys want me to update. No, not right now. Okay, so we could certainly come down and take out these lows one more time here before we go up again.
Yeah, so I agree with that. I agree with that.
We do have a 1, 2, 3 here. We've dropped. Yeah, so that's expected move here. All right, so on the 1-hour, yeah, very choppy fourth wave there. So we're in a channel going this way. And so it is possible, whoops, again, that we could drop through, take out all these buyers. before we continue pushing back to the upside. So we'll see how that plays out. So that's the
Yeah, I see
hourly.
that. Yeah, I see that.
All right. I'm going to just add this one here. Wait. Two. All right. So go back over to the NAS here. Okay, so we got quite the move here on the NAS. So it's just went straight up and they went straight for that high. So yeah, that was an unfortunate one because I was really kind of looking for them to just bring it down a little bit first. Maybe sweep one or two of these guys here, but nope, they did not give me that. So is Tesla turning around already? Yes, indeed, right? So they dropped it and now they're turning it around. And so I'd be looking for a retrace.
Yes.
At this point now to continue going up.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
So we've got a big gap there. And a big gap on the other side. So could see a drop back into this gap. Is a large inverted gap as well. So you could see a drop back into this area before they go. So watch for that.
Yeah.
So NAS has left the building. Wow, this train left the station without any hesitation at all. So we will have news in less than about 20 minutes time. So see how that affects the market here. So let's go higher again. Take a look at this move because it's quite the move here. So we've taken out the highs already. This was a really nice move. Very interesting. So if this holds as a legitimate 1, 2, 3 bottom, then we're going to be heading up to take out the highs. So we'll take those highs out. However, at this point now we've got a break of structure, so we could see a pullback before we get another move. So I'll be looking for a pullback. We're getting a little bit of a pullback now. So that was a very clean looking 1, 2, 3 right there. It gave us that pop. So no retrace here to take the buyers out at all. They just went straight up. So if we retrace, we would expect at least a 50% thereabouts. We have a gap right in the 50% area. That's a reasonable retrace area. So Bitcoin is similar here. They're pulling back quite a bit from that. They moved up right away at the open. 9:30 open, boom, they popped. Now they're pulling back. So what could we expect now? A continuation to the upside in the short term or a continuation to the downside? We're sitting right on the edge of the abyss here. So we do have equal lows on Bitcoin on the 15-minute. So it is possible for us to go through first.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, these are very much equal lows here. 916.83, 920.
Tesla pulled back into the gap.
That quickly, eh?
It looks like it wants to go up now.
Still another drop to come. We do have a 1, 2, 3 top, and so I would expect another drop here.
Okay, thanks.
Right, we have a 1, 2, 3 top, so then we drop. So we would expect them to take that low out one more time.
Yeah, good. I see that.
Possibility. I mean, they might not, but we would expect that. So
that's a legitimate 1, 2, 3 top there, even though it's ever so small.
Oh yeah, that would be. That was just like the same question you asked me on Friday. Was that a 1, 2, 3 top that was forming? And it was, but I wasn't expecting it to go down that low. But but they did, and that's the thing about 1, 2, 3. Sometimes, where it's situated, this 123, based on its movement now, we would expect them to take the low. So
Okay.
Yeah. But on Friday, it didn't look like we were going to be going way back down, but they did. It was very interesting. Let me just see if we can find that 123 on Friday that you were referring to. Yeah, this was it here.
There.
Yeah, right up here.
Yeah. I read that correctly, and then the wave 3 down was followed by wave 4.
Yeah, so I wasn't expecting them to take out this low. Thought, okay, we could get a little bit of a move back up, but once they started to go lower and into this area here, then all bets are off now. It's like it's over. They're going to be going through. So because this move right here has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves in it when we go down to the lower time frame and look at it. So I thought, okay, that would be sufficient. They were just going to do, a quick move back and then off we go again. But they had other ideas and they were coming straight down. Yeah. So it's from the higher time frame that you really get to see that.
Yeah.
So there we go. They've taken out the mid lows as expected. So yeah, anyone who's going long would be jumping in early and they would get taken out here. So yeah. So now the question is, are they done? And do we turn back, or are they gunning for the lows? So that's,
well, wave 5.
We should turn around here.
Yeah, wave 5 from Friday is complete. So, in theory, I mean, philosophically, I'm looking to go long at some point, but not yet.
Yeah, I would be expecting a turnaround now at this point.
I feel sorry for people who don't know how to read Elliott Wave because, I mean, it's personal opinion for what it's worth. I don't see how you can read charts and trade successfully if you don't know Elliott Wave. I just don't see it personally. I think the trick in this business is you have to know Elliott Wave and you have to really get good at reading the charts. It takes time. I mean, I'm getting better at it, but I still miss the small 1, 2, 3s that you pointed out this morning on Tesla. But if you get really good at reading the charts, then you're going to be in the money. But if you don't know Elliott Wave, I don't think that your chances are that great.
And a lot of people, of course, debunk it and so forth and don't use it, and they still do well, I'm sure. There are other ways to skin this cat, of course, right? We can't say carte blanche that Elliott Wave is it and so forth. I mean, I look at ICT, Mr. Michael Huddleston there, and he debunks every other method or methodology or system or model. He debunks basically. So it's only his ICT methods and models that he feels works, and that's fine.
Well, the proof is in the pudding. I mean, you have to follow some process, and as far as I'm concerned, Elliott Wave is it for me because it sure helps you figure out where a price is going. And I don't know what else I would use. I mean, I know how to read indicators and all that stuff, but the number one indicator is price, as we know. And if you can read price or follow price direction, then you're going to see Tesla just broke the number 1 point. So it's going down further.
Yeah, interesting. So that was, where you had to kind of, be patient here because, yes, they could break that low, even though I was expecting them to turn around at that point. because we do have a nice 1, 2, 3 after we had this drop, it's possible that they could take that low out first. So, and that's what I was hoping that they would do with the NAS, was to take the low first before they made this move up, and then I would have given me a chance. Would have given me a chance to get in, but they did not do that. So now we look at the NAS; it's come back down 50%. So are we done on this move? And it looks like we are. So we've got a 1, 2, 3 top. We dropped, moved back up, dropped again. So there's our structure that we're always looking for. And so now I would be looking to, because we've come down below 50%, this is in essence a 1, 2, 3 now, very large one. Then we could be in the sweet spot area for a turn to the upside. We do have some gaps in here though, so we have to be a little careful. So it's another gap here. So we could come down a little lower. To this gap here. So that would put us in around the 62% retrace area, and we are coming back into that gap. All right, so you're looking for an opportunity for a little ride on this here. They're still coming down, so there's yet another gap below that they're coming into. So we always have to be careful about, just because we come into the 50 to 62% area doesn't mean that we're done. Okay, so we're getting close though. So I use my second chart to help me here now. See if I get an opportunity for an entry. I'm liking this now for an entry. We're down to we're down in a 72% retrace. So can we get, still not turning around yet? So I'm looking for a fractal to turn us around. Still going down. 72% retrace. So if we're going to turn around, we need to turn around like right about now. Otherwise, we're going further, like Tesla did. So we've got also 7 minutes in news time. So we can't forget about the news either. Right? That could cause some problems here. So have to be careful. So we're at 72% retrace. Can we turn around at this point, or are we going to continue down further? This guy's no good. Still looks like we want to fall a little bit further. We're getting a little bit of a turn there on the NAS, so I think I'll take an opportunity at that turn here. I get a little bit of a fractal.
But aren't you expecting wave 4? Like we've got a 1, 2, 3 top down to 3. Now we're in wave 4. Wouldn't you expect a further drop?
It is definitely possible they could take that low one more time. Yeah, and they did. So Sometimes that could be it, but you know, it's a tough one. So they're just mean here. It looks like they just want to sweep that low one more time. So I've got a 1-2. I'd call that my 3-4 right there because it's a short move in this retrace. So now they've taken that low again. So yeah, they should be done now. Thought it was possible they could do it one more time, but I was hoping they wouldn't do it one more time, but they did. And you know, we can't hope in this game, right? But yeah, so we get a nice move back out and up. I can quickly take a partial here if I can get it. Tesla is still going down. Okay, so I get a nice push here on the NAS, so I'll take a quick partial, and I'll move my stop into. It could still be taken out here. Right about there. Midpoint of the gap. They coming down to get me at midpoint. And hopefully they don't come back through midpoint of this gap. And we continue going up. But Tesla is certainly falling quite a bit here. Interesting. So where are they going? Got to figure out where they're going. So this train is really dropping. Yeah, so they're going into the 1, 2, 3 at this point, taking out the lows. So it looks like I got stopped out on the NAS, so they're not done going down, obviously, eh? With 2 minutes to go before the news. So they went back to take the low one more time. So it looked like we were done, but no, they said we're not done. So there is no safe. So at least I came up with positive out of that trade. So they're taking that low one more time. So now we're right at the news. It's again a very tempting opportunity to go long, but the news could cause negativity here. So it's a tough one. I like it for a buy, but again, with news, you have to always be extra careful. Let's see how it looks on the 5. 15 seconds to go. Okay, so the news, they drop it down right away. Wow. So further drop. So yeah, it's a tough one. It looked like we should be turning back to the upside, but they're saying, nope, we're going down further. So they're taking everybody who bought earlier. That was from Friday, really. These guys left. They're gone as well. So all the liquidity is taken out from below now. So there's only these two areas left. So now this plays out as a fourth wave that we're in at this point, Peter. So this was a quick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You think that we could be done and we could go up, but they stretched it out, made this our 3 instead, and then we get our fifth wave. So they're very sneaky. So this was a very quick 3. So I was a little skeptical, but I was hoping that maybe they would turn it around here and come back, give us a bounce, but nope. It went all the way down to the bottom. So now it looks like we're turning around with some vigor here.
Yeah, I'm ready. Like to say, if you don't know Elliott Wave, I don't know what process you'd follow. I mean, you have to have some way of reading price action. You can't rely on indicators because they kind of tell you what you already know from price action.
Okay, looking for a 1, 2, 3 bottom here to take a ride. So again, we're in the similar position where we have a low, we have a 1, 2, 3 here, so we dropped. So they could come back one more time again to take that low. So that's a possibility. So we're not out of the woods yet to go along, but not much of news here, really, just a very slight drop. I was hoping for a deeper retrace here, but we did not get it. So let's see if we come back and take out the low one more time. It could be similar to Tesla as well. They could come back down one more time. We do have, on the NAS, I do have a gap. So do we stay in that gap or do we go through that gap? Got one here as well.
Looks like a 1, 2, 3 bottom could be forming or trying to form.
So yeah, so this would be the key question now. Do we go through, take the low one more time or not? Let's see how S&P looks. S&P is the same. So no divergence at this point. So do we go through one more time, or do we turn around and continue up?
I'd look for a retrace myself.
If we close below this gap, then we're more than likely going to take the low. Maybe not. So it doesn't look like we're going to go any further down. And no sooner do I say that, they're coming back again. It's a very tempting buy here. But I could still expect another drop through here. So it's a little iffy. And there they go, starting to come down.
Looks like a 1, 2, 3 bottom on the 1 minute Tesla.
And the same on the NAS. Yeah, it's a possibility here that we're turning.
Although we could be in wave 4. I mean, in theory, we should be in wave 4. But I'd hate to miss that turn if that is the turn.
Yeah, see, NAS is, we did not close below. So I went away and I just jumped into Bitcoin. I was watching Bitcoin here and I jumped into Bitcoin at that low and just making some nice profits here. So I'm just going to take some off here real quick. But Bitcoin gave me the same 1, 2, 3. It came very close to touching in that gap and then just took off. So gives me some nice profit there on Bitcoin. So I'll stay in there and watch, see if we can go higher. Could actually move my stop just below the gap here. It shouldn't come back to take out the gap, hopefully. Might be a bit tight. Just so that I'm in positive and there's no loss on this trade. All right, so NAS has gone above already, and so I get a second chance to get in here now. The NAS. See how Tesla looks.
I think it's going to drop.
Maybe. Very close there. Might take off without you.
Well,
So Bitcoin's 1, 2, 3 bottom was just perfect. The only thing is that they did not come back and touch into the gap. So once they broke that high, that was my entry. So that's there's our 1, 2, 3. It's perfect. Retrace back 50 to 62%, and off we go. So looking for them to come back up and take out the highs up here. That's where I'd place my target. And just move, so back up into this high. If they don't stop me out, that is. So NAS has given us a second opportunity to get in. Let's take that opportunity. Right there. All right, let's see if we can get out of here now. So we got two back-to-back 1, 2, 3s. If they're going to come and get me, they'll take me out down below this candle's low. Otherwise, we're good to go. We shall see here. Could take me out. Bitcoin just stopped me out as well, so that it still made positive, but they did come back. They went below the gap here. Interesting. So I can always get back in again. That's the beauty of it. So they did come below the gap to take me out. I'll get another chance to get in. So I'll take it again. So a nice move on NAS. That's Tesla.
It's in wave 4 on the 1 minute chart.
Yeah, slowly trying to get out of there, eh?
Yeah, but it looks like wave 4 action to me. I'm looking for, you can draw a channel there, upper channel, and it looks like price wants to go down further.
Yeah, it looks on the 5 here. It's pretty good that we should go up. Let's see Tesla here. Yeah, it's a slow play here. Yeah, we should retrace a bit here, Peter. We should come up a bit first. You know, we've got a 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they're going like that. Well, we should come up a bit here. We'll maybe back up into a gap up here. Maybe even that one. If we're even if we're going to come down again, but we should go up a little bit here first, I would think. There's the NAS making a nice move, so I'll take a quick partial on that one again. See if we can continue going up. Bring my stop up. Yeah, it's behaving like a fourth wave, that's for sure. It's just not pushing up with strength. So yeah, this could be, like you're saying, a channel, and we could certainly come back again, take everybody out.
Yeah, that's the way I see it.
But looking for a push up to take this high. Let's see if we do that. If we can do that, then maybe we got a double 1, 2, 3 bottom, and we're triple 123 bottom. We're heading out, but we could certainly fall back here. So I've moved my stop up pretty tight here just in case that's the case.
Boy, if the U.S. economy is doing well, it sure isn't reflected in price action right now.
The consumer confidence was high on Friday. So, yeah, interesting. And yet we still dropped like a rock at the end of the day.
There's a disassociation between price action and sentiment. If the sentiment is high, then in theory, you might expect the market to go down. Sort of like a contrarian indicator.
Mm-hmm.
The US dollar certainly isn't happy with all of Trump's talk about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is where the action is.
Yeah, US dollar is feeling it. It's dropping. So you see, just like Tesla on Friday, the US dollar has been in a fourth wave there, and now they dropped it through and taken out the lows. So that's what we would expect, that drop to take out these lows, and they did it. The US dollar is in a little bit of a funk. So not looking like they want to push up here with much vigor. It could be in some trouble, possibly here. I'm looking for them to push out, but they're very slow about doing it here.
Yeah, Tesla's not very happy.
Good morning, George. Glad you can join us. How are you?
Finished hanging pictures.
Nice. What kind of pictures, George?
My wife belongs to an art guild, and they are hanging their pictures in one of the libraries. They stay there for a month. You know, people can enjoy them.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Very nice. I am getting quite the move on Bitcoin, so I've taken some profits off, but beautiful move on Bitcoin there to give me some nice profits. So I'll take that any day of the week.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can continue up here, and I'm heading for those highs up there. They'll give me about.
Looks like things are pretty volatile on the NAS.
Oh. Yes. Okay, so that might be as far as they go on the NAS. So I have to be careful here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like we're going to do a leg 5 down now on the 1 minute. I haven't analyzed it.
Yeah, I'm not liking this action all of a sudden now on the NAS. So I might want to. Yeah, it's a tough one here. Made some nice profits so far, but maybe bring my stop in a little tighter. I'm going up right now, but it's a bit tepid. So I'm bringing my stop in a little tighter just to mitigate any losses here. Well, they did sweep everyone out. So there are no buyers down here. So this is looking like a good 1, 2, 3 that should take us out, but it's a tough one because it's a bit tepid in there for sure.
Yeah, it's just coming up the VWAP right now.
My TP would be up here.
What's the overall pattern for NASDAQ right now? Is it up or down?
We're in otherwise upward mode. I'm just taking off profits on Bitcoin as I get it here. So taking a nice move here. So Bitcoin's doing well.
Great.
Nice move here. Bring my stop into positive. No losses here. See if I can make it to that high. And Tesla is, you can see how slow, they're slowly pushing it up there, Peter, but it's a slow climb.
We're in that channel. We're in that channel. So I personally think it might go down before it goes up.
Well, it is a tough one, and of course, reason being is that we've come down and swept these guys out in here. They didn't go for the low, so it's definitely looks like a possible turnaround point. So we had a 1-2 here, another 1-2. We went up, created that sweep these highs, get a 1-2 here, and now we've dropped down. So it looks like this should be the bottom, and we should turn around in here and continue going back up. At least a retrace of this move anyways. But it's a very tepid movement out. So care has to be taken here, but they are slowly ebbing their way up.
Yeah, there's no impulsivity to it. It's kind of a big yawn.
It looks like the news is favoring an up move on the indices.
Well, we had some red news there right at the top of the hour.
Yeah.
But it didn't do much, really. Just marking these off on.
Okay, we got above VWAP right now.
What is VWAP, George?
Pardon?
What is VWAP?
It's a volume-weighted moving average, and what I have done on my system is I started at 9:30, so it gives me kind of an indication of how things are moving along in the day trading of the NASDAQ.
Oh, there it is, VWAP. VWAP, okay.
It's an indicator that's on just about all systems. The only difference here is that I can start mine at 9:30 rather than just having an open-ended. Goes from 9:30 to 4 o'clock or 4:30. Actually, I have it.
Oh, that's very interesting. I didn't even know about that. Yeah, VWAP and all the other moving averages are not too happy on Tesla.
I think we're going to get a slow climb here, Peter.
But
Bitcoin's leading the charge right now. Bitcoin is giving me that beautiful. So with Bitcoin, again, for those on YouTube, we are the 1, 2, 3 traders, and we're looking for 1, 2, 3 bottoms or tops. So Bitcoin made this move down. We have a 1, 2, 3 top at this point. So this is my 1 up here, and this is my 2. This is my 3. And so this is a nice play to the downside. They come down, they sweep the lows here and give us that move down. So once they've swept these guys here, and we've come down to a low, and we look to the left to see where this low is, a support area of some kind, a gap or another low over to the left. They give us this 1, 2, 3 here by sweeping the previous high, and we retrace back in. So there's my number 1 point, number 2 point, my number 3 point. So this is like the perfect setup because they've swept the high, they've swept the low, they pull back into around 50 to 62% retrace here. So this is like perfection. This is what we want, and we want to get in around this area. I did that, made some profits. Then I got stopped up because I moved my stop in a bit too tight into positive here. So I jumped back in again because I got another 1, 2, 3. So at this point, and then another 1, 2, 3 again. So they're giving me all these 1, 2, 3. So it's just like, okay, which one do I take? And so you could jump back in here, jump back in here. So I jumped back in again and caught this move. So I'm almost at take profit now. So it should go through and give me a nice profit there. And just in case they decide to come back, I can always move my stop up higher. I don't want to bring it too tight because they can easily spike it back down, take you out. So I'll let them go right up to profit here at this point. But beautiful 1, 2, 3 setups there. So you take advantage of that. Let's see if we can go through. They'll give me some really nice profits there. I do have a gap here that's formed. So that should hold price up and take me through to target. So if I was still worried, I could always move my stop up tighter to that level. That'll give me some additional profits there, but I would expect them to go through and take out the highs.
Peter, I put a 1 minute Tesla in the room, and the orange dotted line is the VWAP line, which began at 9:30 Eastern time.
Yeah, thanks, George. Yeah, I plotted VWAP on my chart, and it's very interesting. I didn't know about that before. Or maybe I knew about it, but I wasn't paying attention. But anyway, yeah, I see that. It's
yeah.
My reading of VWAP and all the other moving averages is that I'm still inclined to look for I'm still inclined to think we're in wave 4, and I'm looking for a 1, 2, 3 top to get me out of that.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah, this doesn't really replace any of that. It just sort of, if things veer too far from a moving average like this, that it tends to right itself at some point in time.
Yeah, all the moving averages on my chart have punched down through VWAP, so I'm really sitting on my hands waiting for a 1, 2, 3 top to take me down to wave 5. And then I'll be looking for a 1, 2, 3 bottom to go up. I certainly am not going to go long, although Lennox could be right. He usually is right. We might get a 1, 2, 3 bottom at any minute, but we could also get a 1, 2, 3 top. I mean, we've now broken the wave 4 channel, and we could put in a 1, 2, 3 top to take us down further, to take out the low at 33555.
Yeah, that's a distinct possibility, because it could be in this wave 5 right now, or it's in a continuation of the wave 4. But on my chart, it just started breaking to the downside on the the GAN moving average. And if that continues to hold, it would mean that we're continuing down leg 5 and we should go below the 335.5.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm expecting.
yeah, they curled it over here, Peter. So it's more of a fourth wave move than anything else, right?
Yeah, it really.
Yeah, that's what looking like right now. But
we had our 1, 2, 3 top, we drop, and so at this point, we would expect that they would take out that low here.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, so a 1, 2, 3 top here, you could certainly play that down. You do have a gap here, so a retrace back into this gap would be a sell to come down.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good call. That's a good call.
So yeah, interesting that Tesla is bucking the trend and going to the downside while the NAS is going up. However, we saw at the open, the opposite as well. That the NAS went up and Tesla dropped. So quite interesting. So there's the NAS going nicely to the upside here, albeit maybe that might be it. They might not go any higher than that. So I have to be careful here. So we could get a
NAS you're talking about now, right?
Yes, this is the NAS. So I'm going to bring my stop up a little tighter here, just to.
It could be making a top now. And, well, I mean,
lock in a couple grand
really
there.
Top. It looks like it could be the end of a wave 4 to me. But it's A, B, C, D. It could be the top of E wave, just like it is on Tesla.
Mm-hmm. So Bitcoin came within a tick of taking me out on my stop, but did not. And looks like we should go through to take profit here imminently. But very close to taking me out. I put my stop just below the low of that large candle there. And they wicked it down, but did not get me. So it looks like I'm going to go through for a nice profit. And there we go. So that was it for Bitcoin. So I didn't even look to see where else I could take profits. So I just decided to take it at that level because I would expect a retrace of some kind at this point. So it could always jump back in again to continue going up. But sometimes you don't even get a retrace at all. They can go through and not retrace, but we would expect a little bit of a retrace here to continue. So if they do that, I'll jump back in again. But this is a nice trade from the 1, 2, 3 bottom. So we would expect some kind of a hiccup here before we continue. Where are they heading to? I go up to the 15-minute time frame. That high, those highs up there are looking very juicy for exits. So mark off that. The daily high actually here. So these the cream area here is the current daily candle. So we opened on the current daily candle and we went, so we opened over here and we went down first, then we went back up, took out the previous daily candle's high and then dropped all the way down. And now we're trying to turn around and go back up again on the current daily candle. So if I go to the daily time frame, you'll see what I'm referring to. So there's the daily candle, the current daily candle. We opened, we went up and took out the previous daily candle's high. Then we dropped all the way down, took out the previous daily candle's low, and now we're pushing back up again. So looking like Bitcoin has hit bottom and we're ready to continue going back up, possibly here. But we could also be inside a fourth wave that could drop us back one more time because we do have a 1, 2, 3 here. So a little bit of care has to be taken in this area. But it's a good sign that we took out the low and we're pushing back to the upside. So I would think that we'd continue moving back up. Bitcoin. Got a gap here. I'll mark that gap.
I'll be right back.
Okay. So are we done here on tests on Bitcoin? It's the question. We do have some equal lows down here and so forth. So we could
Yeah.
come down and take everybody out. So they might push back up into this gap, and then we could see a drop back down to take everybody out before we get that
Yeah,
move out.
I'm just wondering what the heck is going on. I think I had some stuttering on my mouse and got twice the number of orders in. But I'm out now on both things, so it's no big deal at this point. But price went up on the NAS, and I'm wondering if it's going to continue up some more.
I'm still in. It's still going my way, so I'm just moving stop up to trail.
Yeah, I mean it looks close to, and then I've got some divergence going on at this point, but there's still strength in the up move.
Mm-hmm. So Tesla did come back, did retrace back into that gap. So if I was going to sell it, that would be a sell opportunity to come back down and take out the lows. So, but it's very interesting that we're going up on the NAS and Tesla is falling. So a little bit
Yeah, but
unusual.
you see how Tesla's sliding to the side, range bound right now, so that if you were in it, you're getting close to the point where your 7 candles are saying time for sayonara.
There is
There it goes. Oh, there it went nicely now. I just missed the darn thing.
Yeah, I just got stopped out of my NAS now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they pull back, I'm expecting that a possibility that they could pull back because we have equal lows here. So I moved my stop up below it just to see if they would take them. And they do take them before we get to that high. But yeah, so we could still continue higher. But
Yeah,
this was a
they're playing games with us right now.
Yeah, big time. So there's an order block here. So we could jump back in again to continue, but it's a bit tepid. So I'm a little bit leery of doing that at this point. They've come a long way back up. So here's our structure. We've got a 1, 2, 3 top here, or even this whole thing could be a 1, 2, 3, and then we dropped. So it is a possibility, just like Tesla, that they're coming back to take out these lows. So we've got a 1, 2, 3 here. We could certainly come down to take out these lows, take everybody out that bought. But that is not out of the question at this point. So let's see how it looks from the 5-minute standpoint. Yeah, that is a definite possibility, but we've already taken out everyone here. So I don't see them coming back to take this low. So this would just be a retrace of the current move and then a continuation. Whereas Tesla would take out its low because it hasn't taken them out yet. So Tesla is doing it a little bit differently in that Tesla could take out its low first, and then we get a turnaround. Then we get a turnaround to come back. So they did come back into that gap, Peter.
Yeah.
Right there. We drop. They come back into the gap, right dead center. And now we're looking to come down and take the low. So once they take that low, we could look for 1, 2, 3 bottom to come back up.
Yeah, I'm short right now.
Yeah, so coming back down to take profits down here. So NAS is the NAS done, or were we just also in a fourth wave?
Well, I mean,
looking to come down.
The way I'm looking at it, the peak that we currently have about 5 candles ago looks to me like the end of wave E.
Yes,
Which
that could be so. Yeah, because we have A, B, C, D, and then that E leg you're saying at that point.
Yeah.
That's certainly so. And we have a 1, 2 now, 3, 4, another drop, retrace, and then a big drop.
I mean, they could play with us, but I've started to get my down GAN moves, and if I get under VWAP, then it'll be more encouraging.
Watch out below on Tesla.
Mm-hmm. So even with Bitcoin, same kind of thing. I was able to take the profits off there, then now they're turning back to the downside. So that's as expected here, that we get a retrace. Even if we just retrace this current move, that back below 50%, you might get another opportunity to continue going higher. So below 50%.
Yeah, it's still touch and go at this point in time. Trying to anticipate something, but I've got right now. I have 1 5-minute Heikin-Ashi down, which is a kind of a good sign. We just touched VWAP, but it hasn't gone. The body hasn't closed through it yet. Close to it though.
Okay, so NAS has given us 5 waves now, so we can. So we've got our structure forming nicely here.
Yeah.
For a drop. So we've got our 1, 2. Oops. Got our 1, 2 here, 3, 4, 5. So we can get a retrace, and then a drop here to come down and take everybody out.
Yeah,
it
doesn't look like it's going to make a fast drop at this point, but it's heading in the proper direction. But it's still going to try to take out a few stops that are close to just the prior high. A few handles up from here.
Okay, Tesla's already taken the low. Wow, that was quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tesla's doing much better than NASDAQ.
So that's a nice sell right there, quickly down. Are they done, or did they go lower than that now?
They're playing games with us on NAS.
I think they could go lower. They're going to take out that low again.
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
That would be reasonable, but
We're talking about Tesla, George. Are you talking about Tesla as well?
yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Your chart
Okay.
on the Tesla and my chart on the NASDAQ at this point. Oh, you're on.
I'm on Tesla.
Not,
So will they take this low and this low? If
well, they're attempting that now.
Yeah, we certainly look like they want to do that.
Encouraging on that.
Yeah, they certainly do look like they want to do that. Possibly, I say. But we did have 1-2 and then another 1-2 and this big move up, and they've come back, into this area. So it's not good that they came back in here, and now they're going way below. They destroyed that. So yeah, they could take these lows out, certainly.
Yeah, they pulled back into that gap on the 1 minute chart.
Yeah.
They're
interesting.
We're getting a retrace move on Tesla right now. It's
back into the gap.
We're not in an algo type down move. That's for sure.
And Bitcoin did as I expected. They pulled right back down, even below 50% of this move. We're down at the 72% retrace area. So quite the retrace here on Bitcoin. So I'd be looking for a opportunity to jump back in to continue going up. Could have played this to the downside. This is how you can play these moves back down, but you got to be really nimble to catch that move. But it was certainly there after they made a 1, 2, 3 top, break that low. It's a move down that we would expect. The question is,
as I said, it did pull out those immediate stops in the NASDAQ that they're not at the high, but at the intermediate highs that we have. They just grabbed onto them and they're falling back down again, but they haven't fallen down too convincingly yet. They're trying to.
So NAS is also looking to fall.
Yeah, well, NAS is playing around trying to decide what it wants to do.
See how S&P looks. S&P is the same.
Pretty much the same, yeah.
So interesting S&P though. We have a 1, 2, 3 here, but they have not broken this low, whereas the NAS broke that. The NAS did break the low. So
yeah, but it didn't break it very convincingly on mine. Let's see what it is.
No, I mean that's what we'd be expecting, that they'd break that low. They did push back up, so it's a sell opportunity on the NAS to come down. However,
it broke the low on the NAS.
But S&P didn't. S&P did not do the same thing, and yet we would still expect them to come down here now and take out these equal lows. So, but they didn't give us our structure. So we just got a 1, 2, 3 without breaking number 3 point. So there is divergence at this point on the S&P and the NAS. So does that mean that we're going to continue back up to take out the highs, or do we get this drop? It's an interesting one here now.
Yeah, it's definitely not a guaranteed down move right now.
No, because we have divergence, so we could push back to the upside. As much as I'm expecting it to fall, that divergence could be a trigger.
They're gaining some strength now in NAS.
And Tesla is at the bottom of its move, so we'll be expecting a 1, 2, 3 bottom now to head back to the upside. So quite interesting here, the turn of events.
Yeah, let me
We
take
could
a
see
look at
Tesla
that.
going one more time though, Peter, to take out the low.
Yeah, I'm still short.
And we could still go down one more time here. I see one,
Actually,
two.
on no, Tesla did break the low at 10 o'clock.
Yes. But we
But we're
could
in a
break the
down.
low that it just made 1045 here. We could still break that low
Yeah.
one more time.
We're in a downtrend continuation pattern, and leg 2 is far from complete.
Yeah, I would think one more time we're going to take out the 1045 lows now.
They're looking to grab some more up here. They're trying to change the GAN to an up move again. But what's interesting is that my stop entered the cautious mode rather than the danger area. Here we go. We're pushing up to take out the next levels.
Interesting here. I mean, and this makes sense because we have a 1-2, another 1-2, get this move up, pull back. We should go and take out the highs.
Yeah.
We would expect that. However, it was looking like maybe they could come down a little further first.
Yeah, that's what they were looking like before, but it's a question. They're in a situation right now where it could easily go either way. And the reason why it's difficult at this point, it's right at the exact midpoint of my regression channel that I use. And that's an area where anything is possible because we're right at the midpoint. Interesting, it just reversed the GAN signals, but it's no guarantee yet. They could reverse again the other way.
Yeah, quite interesting here, the move. So do we continue up or do we fall?
This is sit back and wait to move at this point.
Yeah, it is looking like we should come back
down. If the stop takes me out, it takes me out.
We come back down one more time.
Yeah, we've come down enough where it's looking to push downward rather than upward, but again, still no real guarantee because of its closeness to my center line. At this point, its next assault is going to be on VWAP. It's just touched the top of it on the 1 minute.
I jumped back in on Bitcoin again, and because they gave me a nice 1, 2, 3 bottom here. So I'm taking advantage of that move. I'm going to take a quick partial here again, let the rest go. But Bitcoin's always the best.
What time frame you on Bitcoin?
With 1 minute. So they came all the way back down. I could have played it down, but I just decided not to because I wasn't sure if they were just going to go a little bit and then take off, or they were going to how far down they were going to come. But they came a long way down. Came back into this order block. Came right into the middle of it, and it gave me a nice 1, 2, 3.
Is so different than yours. Wow.
Really nice move here. So let's see if we can continue going back up here.
Oh, I see what the heck's going on. Okay. False alarm.
Okay, good.
My window was hidden.
Not losing my mind then. Okay, so I'm getting nice profits here. So I'll
that looks nice now. Yeah.
I'll lock in some profits. No losing on this trade whatsoever. Actually, yeah, let me do that. Let me take a little bit off again, since I'm getting nice profits. If they can come back on you real quick here too, so.
And NASDAQ went back up during this time.
Yeah, so that was the thing. Were they going to come down and take out these guys here and drop into this possibility? But we do
almost taking out the next level of high.
So we're getting a 1-2 now. We're taking out the high. So everything is pointing to a continued move to the upside at this point. Interesting. So Tesla should be turning around. S&P did not break the low, and we're just continuing to the upside. So they're looking to take out the highs. So that's looking good for them to take the high and continue. So very, very sneaky little move here. And this divergence here was key because we couldn't take the low. So that gave us strength in the S&P to continue going. So Tesla should be turning around now and making a move to the upside. So it might have been looking like maybe they wanted to come back down, take out that low, but maybe not, Peter. So you might still want to expect that possibility, but maybe they won't do it. It looks pretty good that they should do it. But yeah, interesting one here.
I'm not convinced, but I'm not the expert.
I've got divergence on the NASDAQ at this point.
It's looking like, okay, let's see, what do they come back into here? It's
they
a
just
tiny
took out
gap.
the next level high.
The big inverted gap here. So they're using that inversion gap. So it looks like we could continue going up here.
Yeah, sure does. Just touch the prior intermediate high. It's got another high to go, which is up quite a bit further. Not too far. 20 handles up. Could easily hit that.
Yeah, look at the NAS. Wow.
Yeah.
So we're getting that nice push. So they are heading to take out the highs. So yeah, because they swept these lows down here, I was a bit remiss to see them coming back to come and take this low again. So this 1, 2, 3 bottom is holding, and now we're in the fifth wave. We're going to take out the highs, take out these highs more than likely. So looked like a reasonable. So that would have been a reasonable play here to go back up. But I chose Bitcoin because Bitcoin was giving me a better 1, 2, 3 look. But the divergence, if I look at both, if I go to both charts and we look at S&P and the NAS together, oh, again, they've messed my chart up. See if I can get. Oh, don't tell me that right now. Come on. I don't know what exchange agreements need to be filled out, but okay, so Bitcoin has stopped me out. So quite interesting move here. So Bitcoin came back. I'd moved my stop into positive. Yeah, I moved my stop into positive, but they came back down and took me out. So that's fine. Made positive play here. So are they going to come down and take out the low one more time? That's a possibility. If they do that, which is reasonable. We got 1, 2 here, drop, come back up, take that out. I thought maybe we might be done, but they're coming back one more time. So I would look for a 1, 2, 3 here to come back up. So they could take this low out here on this side as well. Maybe even the low. So we'll see how far down they go. There's equal lows here, so it is a possibility. I'll draw that there. They could take that. We'll look for another opportunity for a buy. So is Tesla ready to go now? We got a nice 1, 2, another 1, 2. The buy opportunity.
I'm still short.
You're being very brave here, Peter.
Well, brave is my middle name.
Oh, NAS has dropped.
Tesla just dropped.
Yeah.
So remember, there's news at 2 o'clock.
I thought it was 1 o'clock.
Is it 1? Yes, it's 1 o'clock. I'm sorry. At 1 o'clock, Fed Chair Powell is speaking.
Yeah.
So that's red news. So we'll see how that.
Yeah, Trump has been after him, and I guess had him to the office even to talk to him about what the heck he's doing.
Who, Powell?
Powell, yeah.
Why doesn't he get rid of Powell? I don't understand what.
He really can't. I mean, he can talk it up, but I don't think he can really unseat him. Just make his life miserable.
Well, what powers does the president have? It seems like the president doesn't have a lot of powers. I mean, all the courts in the land can go against him, and I mean,
yeah,
I don't understand what power he has.
Well, I mean, it's really a extremely difficult situation right now. That's for darn sure. We've never had a situation as intense as this one with all the judges, local judges making national decisions.
Martin was trying to join us, but he's having some problems with Teams. He said Teams locked him out.
He's lost what?
Martin Williams said that Teams has locked him out and is asking for to confirm identity of or of some kind that he can't get in. So I try to call him, but it's
all he has to do is put in his email address. They're just confirming who he is. It's not a big deal. Every once in a while, Teams does that.
I've never had it do that to me.
They've done it to me. So you just have to confirm your identity. That's all they're doing.
Okay, so there is Bitcoin. They did take the low, take out that low as well. So now I would look for another opportunity, either wait for a 1, 2, 3, or jump in early to catch another ride to the upside here on Bitcoin. So let's see if that will work out. So Tesla.
I'm still short.
Okay, so they did take out that low, 1045. Okay, so we expected that because of our 1, 2, 3 here. So we get a 1, 2, 3 here, we drop. We're expecting them to take this low. They go up, beg everybody to go long, take them out, drop it down, take out this low. Perfect. So at this point now we'd be looking for a 1, 2, 3 bottom to take us back up, but we're not done going down yet.
No.
Very nice.
They won't go long until I tell them to.
Meanwhile, NAS is struggling to move up. Let's see, S&P, did they take out the high? S&P took out the high. So we have a little divergence at the highs because S&P took it out, but NAS cannot. So quite interesting. So they are playing some games here with us for sure. So it's quite interesting that NAS took out the low here. S&P could not. Now the NAS cannot take out the high, and S&P did. And we would expect S&P to take out the high because they were stronger. So we're getting divergence.
I put a graph in the room, Lennox. I was playing around with an EA that was only working between 6 o'clock Eastern time and 4:30 Eastern time, in the afternoon. It's only from May 1st data out to now. I was trying to figure out if I can get better information if I just stick to the time when I get the most activity on NASDAQ.
So from 10 o'clock in the morning?
6 o'clock my time, so that would be 1300 on the MT4.
Right. So 6 o'clock till what time? Till 10? You said?
Till the close.
Till the close. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a nice graph, eh?
Yeah. I mean, I have to go back further to see how well it would do, etc. But it's a 5-minute chart, too.
And what are you looking for specifically?
Pardon?
What are you looking for specifically?
It's really a different kind of a moving average type of thing. It's actually 2 levels of a moving average, so it's sort of almost like an MACD, but I was kind of I don't, it's a question of how it'll work out in the longer term. I was just surprised to see a pretty darn nice graph on this time period.
Yeah, it's very nice. Looks promising.
Yeah, when I start working on it, we'll see how promising it is. So, because you and I both know how these things can turn around on you.
Yeah, never any guarantees. It's like life.
Yeah.
No guarantees. We all just kind of go along for the ride.
It's a bumpy ride.
Yes.
You need good shock absorbers.
I'm not seeing any plays on NAS or S&P at this point.
No, I'm not seeing any either
It's
right
just
now.
nothing there. The best moves were earlier. Caught that some of that move to the upside, but now we're kind of in a little funk.
It's in a big funk right now. It's almost tending towards the downside, but it can't really do it yet. So
Well, I love my Bitcoin, so I jump back into Bitcoin again, catch another nice profit here. So I'll take some off right away and just let the rest go here. So
Bitcoin moved up nicely. It's continuing up right now.
Yeah, looking good on Bitcoin.
Let's see if it can break that more recent high. Let me see, got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Could be able to do that.
It's a possibility he could do that. I just don't like the way NAS is putzing around here.
Yeah, well, it's definitely a fourth wave that we're in. So we've got our 1, 2.
Yeah, no question about that.
And now we're just chopping up and down in here. So it is possible for them to come back down and be mean and take everybody out before they go. So you have to be careful about that. But Bitcoin is making a beautiful move here.
Yeah, it's almost broken that immediate high. There it goes. It did it.
We broke that high. So yeah, I'll take some more off at this point as well. Take 24 of them off. Okay, so I get a nice move. So move my stop into positive. No loss on this trade. So Bitcoin's been beautiful this morning here. I'll put my TP up to the high. Tesla's doing here. So Tesla, did we hit bottom finally now? So
I'm still short.
Yeah, they could come back down one more time here.
That's what I expect.
This low might be in jeopardy.
Yeah, I think it is.
We got a 1, 2 drop. Yeah, we could come down one more time, take that low. Then we get our 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I haven't told the market makers to do a 1, 2, 3 yet. They're starting to pay attention to me. If they know what's good for them, they won't mess with me.
You're demanding respect.
Yes, at my age, I deserve respect.
Yeah, this is one of these, NAS is one of these wave 4 type areas where it just putzes up and down, and goes nowhere. Right now it's
I took a close up of this tiger at the zoo
Yeah.
in Trinidad, and his eye, he was just walking around in this pen, and I felt so bad for the poor guy because he didn't look very happy. It's like, I'm stuck in this cage here, and I see all these humans walking by, and I just want to eat a few of them. And yeah, zoos are a bit sad.
Your Bitcoin is reversing itself for a bit.
Yeah, coming back down a little bit. I'm hoping that they continue pushing up. We do have a gap there, so let's see if the gap will hold it and push it up. I could add to my position.
It looks like it could continue up from what I'm looking at, but I'm not any expert on Bitcoin.
Well, it's just a 1, 2, 3, George. So,
Well, yeah, but it has its idiosyncrasies too.
So yeah, we should continue pushing to the upside here. It could add to my position here.
Yeah, it didn't go too far into the gap that it has here, but
so there's our
about
structure.
60% it looked like.
They
It went
sweep.
into that
They
gap.
sweep here. So we could get that's hopefully that's enough for them to retrace and we continue, but they could go deeper on that retrace, but this might be it, and we continue up.
Yeah, it looks like we're continuing up now. If it makes a new intermediate high, then we'll be in good shape. Well, I'm not in it, but
So just to test the theory, I'll move my stop up underneath this low, lock in some more profits.
there we go.
See if we can continue straight up here. Tesla still dogging it.
Going
NAS.
nicely now. There you go. Up to the next high.
Yeah, Bitcoin looking good. If I go back to Bitcoin here for a second, because NAS is just sideways. If I go up to the hourly,
absolutely, it's sideways.
There's Bitcoin on the hourly, and from this low over here, that's 3 days ago. We get a 1, 2, we get this move up, retrace, move up, and now they've swept the highs. Give us this ABC drop, swept the lows. So this looks like we should push back up to take out the highs up here. Well, that's why I want to go long here. So it's looking pretty good for that. I'm going to go to the 4-hour. So the 4-hour is telling a totally different story. So it looks pretty good that you see the difference now.
I ended up going back to the hour to try to make a decision.
Yeah. So will it actually push back up to take these highs, or are we just going to go halfway and continue down one more time?
Yeah.
So we've taken these lows here. They're not coming to take these lows just yet, but we could still do that.
Yeah.
So the 4-hour tells a totally different story than the hourly. So we do have this gap here on the 4-hour, so that we could go back up into there before we get a drop. That would give us an A, B, C, D, E type structure. So it's interesting how when you look at it from one time frame, it looks really good. But when you go higher, it says, wait a minute,
Yeah.
wait a minute. Yeah. That's where a lot of people get messed up because they're not aware of where they are. And yeah, it could be.
Even when I look higher, sometimes I'm not aware of where we are
Yeah,
as
it
far
can be
as
tough.
the day trading goes.
Yeah, it can be tough to. That's why I'm not going, way up here for target, because just take the low hanging fruit
Oh,
and
yeah.
get out, because you can always get back in. You can always get back in. That's the beauty of the game. So at this point, do I even just exit? Could do that. I could move my stop up a little bit more, but that could get taken out here easily now. So this is one of the
Oh,
hardest
that's on
things.
Bitcoin.
Yeah. This is one of the hardest things when I'm trading, is that moving your stop up, you can get taken out when you've got, like, I've got a $5,000 profit right now, over 5,000. Do you take the 5,000 and run? Yeah. I mean, sometimes it's probably just best to do that, rather than waiting for.
It's really I'm getting divergent signals on it now, so it looks like it might want to do a little bit of downward movement for a while, give you a chance to. It doesn't look like it's not going to continue up, but you might get a good move down to make a new buy on it.
So I've locked in, like 3,600 in profit. However, sometimes you get $5,000. I mean, that's a lot of money. So, take the profit at that point. You can always get back in, like you say, but by moving your stop up, you can also get more out of it if you're correct and it continues going. So it's a tough decision to make sometimes. And sometimes I just take it off and I'm good.
Well, you're never in a losing position taking profits.
Nope.
This NASDAQ is very perplexing, not doing a darn thing.
So if we break the highs, then I would move my stop up again underneath the midpoint of the gap. And it looks like we're going to do that. So could have added to my position, but that's fine. I'll just continue going. So I'm locking in, over $4,000 in profit. So pretty good. Even if they stop me out now, it's not terrible. But looking for them to continue up all the way up to the highs. See if I can get 5,000 out of it. Should be able to. Yes. So I can lock in over 5,000. Well, nice move.
That's a nice move.
On Bitcoin there. So Bitcoin has given me some nice profits. Again, over here, I could have come down with it, but decided to let that drop and then jump back in again at the bottom. So that's worked out quite nicely. And it's all on a small 1, 2, 3 down here. It's a very tiny 1, 2, 3. Just 3 candles made that 1, 2, 3 at that point. And this whole move here is also a 1, 2, 3. So we've got a 1, 2, 3 here. Then we've got another 1, 2, 3 here. and we're pushing out. So our 1, 2, 3s, although the best 1, 2, 3s are always the ones at the lows or highs, these are the best ones for obvious reasons. Okay, so how is Tesla doing now? So Tesla, there's, boy, Peter, they're trying to climb out of there, eh? So we've broken the high.
I covered my short and I went long.
Yeah, they're looking at, they don't want to come down again one more time. So they've broken that high. So that's a huge sign that maybe we're on our way here. Let's see how NAS is doing now. NAS is still just sideways. S&P sideways. So yeah, not much going on in NAS and S&P.
Nope.
So Bitcoin was the play today. And they're turning back at this point here. So let's just see where my gap will take me. We've got a gap there. Pull that whole price back. Move my stop up underneath this candle. Let's see if we can make it. So we're at 8:27, 11:27 already. So I'll leave you guys in 3 minutes. I'm gonna go back and get some shut eye. I'm gonna go back and get some sleep. This waking up before 6 o'clock in the morning is tough, eh, Peter?
Haven't gotten accustomed to it yet, huh?
No. I used to do it for years and years and years, George. For decades I did that. So I always dreamt of not doing it anymore, not waking up, because I was always trading in the mornings before going to work and so forth. And so my dream was to not have to get up before 6 and not have to go to work. And so I did accomplish that goal, and then decided now again to start doing it. So I hate
to say this, but it's now touching VWAP again on the NASDAQ.
On the NAS, well, the NAS is so sideways, so it looks like they're going to take me out in Bitcoin here. Possibly, very close. They've come a long way back.
It gets down to that VWAP line and it says, "Oh, here's a barrier."
Doesn't look like I'm going to survive this move down. They're going to more than likely take me out. But I can always go back in, so it's all good. There's double gap here. Yeah, they've got me. Ooh, by a tick, they did not take it, but they're not done yet, so they might come back one more time and take it. I would have thought that this gap would have held price up, but they're saying no. They've come back to the order block. So they've taken me out of that trade. That's fine. They came back to the order block and went below. So again, I could jump back in, but I don't even know if I want to at this point.
If you're going back to bed, why do you want to get in?
Yeah, I'm going to go to sleep. So I'll leave it. I'll leave the markets alone. It is now 11:30 Eastern time. I'm on the west coast of Canada, and it's 8:30 for me. So for all those on YouTube, thanks for dropping in. We appreciate it. This is all for educational purposes. We don't expect anyone to take our trades, so you do so at your own risk. Give us a like and subscribe. We appreciate that. All right, George.
Okay,
Peter.
take care. See you tomorrow.
Yes.
I should be here all morning tomorrow.
All right. Thank you. All right, Peter. Peter is
Take
muted.
care, everyone.
We'll see you guys. Take care.